Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video can be found on a public domain in the full disclaimers down below. I urge everybody to do their own research. I'm just trying to bring a little entertainment our way. And I wish you lots of love and many blessings. You know what, y'all? I really hope that y'all had a fantastic holiday. I had a really sweet time with my family. We didn't do a thing fancy, but we sure did enjoy being together. What a blessing. And I'm going to go ahead and claim 2021 to be the best year yet. So when we last spoke, we were talking about that crazy Christmas card. I loved reading everybody's thoughts and opinions on, who they thought the child looked like. And you know what? There's so many pictures out there that the child looks and dressed exactly like, Prince Louis, Prince George, Prince Harry, former Prince Harry, as a toddler. The one thing that really stood out to me is the fact that, he's months old. He's a year and some months. He is really a large child in that cartoon picture. But what irked me, and I said it before, I'll say it again, is the fact that they're just playing a big old mind game. And that's what they did. And I think this is way deeper than a privacy issue because they've proven to us privacy is not what they're after. And speaking of privacy or lack thereof, Christmas Eve, her sister, and I'm not quite for sure if they're married or not, he got charged with domestic violence for hitting his woman, Samantha. They say he popped her right in the face. I'm going to tell you how uncool that is considering the woman has MS. She's in a wheelchair. I can't help but reflect back on my own mom who sits in a wheelchair to get around most of the time. Boy, you better be thankful you didn't hit that woman. He would have probably ended up calling Meghan for prostitution because my mama don't play. Okay, so let's get serious. Meghan should have stepped up as her sister. That should have made the headlines and made sure the book was thrown at this joker. No doubt about it. But no, she was too busy giving away 3,500 net cats for the lucky 3,500 children in New Zealand. And 3,500 is quite a small number when you supposedly live in a $15 million house. Just like the very small amount of donation she made towards World Central Kitchen to build a little hub kitchen in Puerto Rico. Now, charity should start at home. I don't begrudge anybody a thing, but isn't that what they say? Let's face it, you guys. $130 million are the deals they've recently signed up for. Plus, everything she's earned since Kim K and Oprah have backed her Shroom Tea. So why the teensy tiny donations? It's a very small price to pay to make better and to keep yourself in the column inches, as Lady C would say. It's just their way of staying in the headlines. Okay, here's what bugged me, speaking of headlines, the Queen's speech. Let's talk about it really fast. It seems like usually her typical Christmas speech is peppered with all sorts of family things that they've done in the past year. This year, none of them were mentioned. Was that to give Meghan and Harry their way, just so that they didn't stand out as excluded? There was a revision in that speech, and they were fearing it may have a delay, remember? And speaking of giving Harry and Meghan their way, remember a couple of weeks ago I was telling you guys that Jay, my buddy, was telling me that Harry has plans to go over there, sit down with his family and ask for an extension? Well, that's finally caught up into the headlines, and they're talking about Harry flying over there and sealing the deal on another 12 months. However, this is what my buddy Jay told me today. Jay told me the word on the street is this. They want an indefinite extension. They don't want another 12 months. They want an indefinite extension. That's not fair. That's called having your cake and eat it too. It's also being said that it's been drawn up. It's ready to be signed, sealed, and delivered. They're even saying Harry's so confident this is going to work out in their favor that he's made a comment recently saying, my grandmother, will reinstate my military duty. That sounds like something a spoiled brat would say. Not a man, but a brat. Everybody is sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for the 31st of March. And if in fact they do get this extension, indefinite or 12 months, that'll tell me everything I need to know. Their Spotify money, their Netflix deal, now she's going to write a book. They sure are drumming up a lot of attention to be wanting a private world. Now get this, y'all. Now they're after a low-key, highly trained security team to follow like little shadows everywhere they go. Something along the lines of Secret Service. This is bizarre. Now, according to my buddy Jay, there's two things going on there. A, that's to grab extra attention. And B, maybe she's gearing up for her political future. I guess toting around your own goon squad is a lot better than dressing up like a polar bear in 80-degree weather. Just trying to get that extra bit of attention, you see. I guess if it were me, bring on the goons. I hate being too hot. No, seriously, you guys, I do agree. I believe that Jay's right when he says this has everything to do with her gearing up for politics, as well as gaining attention. I believe that. Jay told me the latest to go around town is this, and I'm going to tell you before I even start talking about it. Let the punishment fit the crime. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have no sympathy, no compassion for Harry. Jay said the latest was this, that Harry has admitted that he lives in utter fear of Meghan. His whole life is miserable due to her being a control freak. Now, allegedly, she throws some horrible tantrums. And they've even said that their own security have had to recently step in. Jay said folks are to the point now in his inner circle. Nobody believes this banter they did on the podcast. Nobody believes their little smiling faces on Zoom calls. They actually worry for him behind closed doors. Now, speaking of control, this right here was told to me, and if you think about it, it totally explains these lawsuits. Allegedly, they're going after these media outlets for all of these paparazzi pictures because they themselves are about to create their own paparazzi team. They're trying to legally block the other media outlets from publishing pictures of them illegally. They want full control over what's being taken, videoed, and published. And that equals more money in their pockets. I personally feel that's a pretty good business move. I give them credit. However, just like my buddy Jay said, they're going around burning all their bridges. They're going to be left nobody interested in any picture that they have of themselves to sell. And it's like Jay said, that gives them full control over who sees Archie and what of Archie is being published. And this makes them more money. So, of course, they're going to keep this child blurbed until they come up with a paparazzi team of their own. Just seems like it's not the well-being of this child that matters, but the profit, the bottom line, and that to me is so sad. You guys, be on the lookout over at Rumble and Parler. I might share something with you in the next day or so. I want to say thank you so much to all of my latest followers here and at Rumble and Parler. Bear with me over there, y'all. I'm learning it still. I hope y'all are having a really good day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Please stay safe and be blessed.